Okay, welcome back everyone. So today we're going to get into another replay analysis. Uh, so in this game, I have the choice between UNMI and Saturn, and as much as I would like to showcase a UNMI game for you guys sometime, this is not the hand for it. So we have Saturn as really our only choice, and so it seems like it can work out okay. So the cards I think that we're most interested in are Imported Hydrogen, Solar Wind Power, Dev Center, and Optimal Aero Braking. All of those seem like really good options in this situation. And so now we need to think about what else we might want to keep from this hand. It's Gen 1. I think Building Industries makes a lot of sense, and we have the power to turn it on as well. That does mean the Dev Center isn't coming down immediately, but that's okay. I think developing economy makes more sense than going straight for card draw. Investment loan, I think always is worth keeping. And you could make an argument for media archives, I think, but I think that's just too far away. It's not worth holding on to here in a two-player game. AOS and Tundra Farming, while there are points, they're also really far away and not really good enough points to hold on to. And Biomass Combustors, I think you could hold on to that, but I also think you could argue it's too far away. Especially when I'm playing on base game, 6% oxygen can take a while to get to. So yeah, I'm just going to keep those 6. And my opponent's Helion. Alright. Oh, it's not doing the 2 thing to help make it easier to see. Let me try and fix this real quick. No. There we go. Okay, so Helion starts off with a molehole area, so that's quite a strong start. I imagine 2 cards is where they want to go, and they do, yep. So, great start for my opponent. For us, we're going to do Solar Wind Power into Building Industries. And they're done and we're done. Okay, AI Central, nice. I am happy to see that card. Nuke Zone's incredible. Obviously, fuel generators can be good with Dev Center, but Nuke is just really efficient development, and I don't want Helion to have that because that lets him very easily snipe the bonus heat there if he wants it. Special Design versus Ice Cap, both are interesting. I think I leaned Ice Cap when Helion has 7 heat prod already. And there is the Regolith Eaters. If I wanted to go Regolith with Imported Hydrogen to turn on AI, that is an option. But I think I can do better than Regolith Eaters, so I'm going to risk not taking it. We will see if this bites me later on. So I'm just going to take those 2. And I decide to pass. I thought about doing Nuke Zone, but then I thought, but Helion's going to raise heat, and then they'll get a free production. I'd rather just wait here. So that's what I did. They play Nuclear Power into GHG Factories. Alright, so really strong heat start on my Helion opponent. Okay, so I think you gotta take the Electrocat in this position, but I'm kind of struggling here. I really need power for Dev Center, AI, and Electrocatapult. So I think while I should definitely take this as it's the best card, I'm not certain if my power can support all of this. Okay, so a plan starts forming in my mind right about now. I know that there's a power grid that I passed. It's probably coming back. And then there's this adaptation tech, which is a science tag to turn on AI. And it also is going to let me get the wave power if he takes hackers over wave power in order to get power. And then with the power grid coming back, that's 3 power, 4 power. I can play all this power. So I take adaptation tech. And sure enough, the power grid comes back. And sure enough, the wave power comes back. And it's like, oh my gosh. If you told me at the beginning of this game that this would be a buy 4, I would never have believed you. But I think it's a buy 4. So I do it. So this is some eldritch abomination of turning on AI Central. I I think some people might be scratching their heads at this one, but I legitimately think it makes perfect sense to do. My opponent plays Arctic Algae. Like, come on. Really? Like, I get I have AI, so I can't complain too much. But this is just a really amazing start for Helion. Then the micro mills. Okay. So, I do not endorse paying 3 heat to play micro mills. That's just not good enough for Helion. So I go ahead and play optimal aero braking, and yeah, I know that he just played algae, Arctic algae, but I think imported hydrogen is important to get down to help play this wave power. So I do it for steel, because I'm going to need a lot of steel here very shortly. Just go ahead and take the plants. Then my opponent plays the hackers. Okay, buddy. You can hack me. It's not a good card, and I'm going to prove it. Alright, so now I play the adaptation text, so we're getting spicy. That's for sure. Then we play the wave power, then we play investment loan. And then with the investment loan, I can now play the Electrocat. I sell the plant because I had to take 3 plants. I don't have any real way of converting them. It's possible he can blow them up with asteroids, and I need the steel anyway for the dev center and the AI, so I think selling plants here makes sense. And then, holy cow, you gotta take the anti-grav, I think, when it comes to already having 3 draw. But sad to pass restricted area. And then, ooh, man, I don't like giving them Lunar Beam, but also Decomposers and Mangrove, all very good. I take the Mangrove, though. I think with heat, this high of a heat production, I should take the temperature payoff cards. Radchem, I think, makes the most sense. Then Decomposers. So, here I need to do some calculation. I am selling a plant that gets me up to 38. And then I'm going to play Power Grid. And then I also need to play Dev Center and AI. And I don't really think I can necessarily fit all this in. So I leave off the decomposers, thinking that I don't think I can afford all of this. In retrospect, I think that was a mistake. I think I should have just taken the decomposers and said, if it delays, it delays. When you have 3 card draw, I think you should take part of the bio combo. So I think this was a fairly significant mistake on my part. I'm not really sure what I was thinking, except for what I said, concerned about affording it all. You don't want to never play AI Central because you're too busy doing other things. But there's the power grid for 3 production. Then he plays Lunar Beam, so again, quite a good Helion start. And then he uses the heat to play Olympus Conference. Okay, so real talk. When you play Helion, a lot of people get the feeling of, I should use my heat as money. And they think that because that's what the Corp ability lets you do. So they think that if you're going to play the Corp, you should use this ability for all the time, every time. That is not correct, and so one of the reasons I'm showcasing this game is because I don't want the rest of you guys watching this to make the same mistake. When you have heat production like this, you should be pushing the heat and gaining the TR from using the heat. You should not be spending the money, investing it in other things, like Olympus Conference. The only reason why you would ever not use the heat is if it's clear that you have the better engine setup, your opponent is rushing, and the heat is going to be the lagging parameter, in which case, yeah, go ahead and use the heat as money. But in a situation like this, where it looks like heat is going to be the leading parameter with the amount that he has, take the TR first, go up, and then once TR maxes, then start using your heat as money. So do not do this. Olympus for 10 heat, bad. And now seeing that my opponent's just never going to raise that heat, I played what I should have done a long time ago, and I nuke zone for 2 cash and 2 steel. Just get some development done. Black Polar Dust is another great Helion card, but I think Bushes is just too good, and Birds isn't bad either. Satellite's mildly interesting. Water Import from Europa, probably the scariest card to pass, though. but bribed is development at the same time. So yeah, I think if I were to go back, I might cut the wife just because of the potential scariness of the card, but bribed is fine development here in Gen 5. And then cut the BPD for the reasons I said. Just take the 2. So this is kind of what I'm going back to. At this point now, I've done the calculations and I'm positive I can play Dev Center and AI Central this generation and play bribed. But if I could afford to take and play bribed in Gen 5, then I certainly should have kept the decomposers in Gen 4 and then just played these and not bought bribed. So that's a mistake. I know some of the people in the Hodgepodge Discord are going to make fun of me because I advocate that bribed is a better card than a lot of them think, but it's not so good. You should keep it over decomposers in this situation. So now he raises the heat. Oh, good. Great job. And then plays Mars University. Alright. So I don't know if he drew it or if he had it, but again, we don't play Olympus and then Mars University. We do Mars University and Olympus because that extra half card is better than, unless your hand is completely stacked, but I doubt he has 11 perfect cards in hand. But to be honest, the way that he's been playing the cards, it's not so unreasonable. He's had some really good cards. Not that my hand is too bad either. Alright, so we sell off the plants. So plants are successfully sold. And now we're going to go ahead and get our science train down. I pay steel. I think that might be a mistake. I really should not, since AI Central is another steel dump. If I happen to find like advanced alloys from the Dev Center draw, then it might be worth it to play that before the AI Central steel. So a small mistake there, I think. Research is insane. That's a 5-card draw essentially for him. But he used heat again. Again, I think this is wrong. I mean, your engine is looking pretty nice with all that science that you just got, but I mean, to get the points, get the money income first, and then start doing this stuff. So yeah, he gets his 5 cards. And then plays Invention Contest, my gosh. Okay, again, I don't like playing this card so late because what are you doing? You're broke. You can't do anything further with this card. You could find Media Group. You already found the science interactions, but no need to play this with your last 2 MC there. So again, a small mistake. I should have drawn first and then played AI Central, but whatever. Alright, so a lake, that's another great heat payoff if this heat ever rises. Bribed is good next gen. Alright, so Adapted Lichen, not the greatest, but it's fine. And I go ahead and play Bribe since I bought it. Alright, I very much like Fish with him having all this heat prod, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that he's never playing it. And I passed him Birds previously, so probably Imported Nitrogen is the correct pick, which again makes me sad I didn't keep the Decomposers. And I also have Optimal Arrow Breaking, which also leads me towards Imported Nitrogen. But yeah, it just goes to show how even the best of us make some serious mistakes, and so not taking Deco. It's the last time I'll mention it. No, it's not. I'll mention it again. But I really am regretting not taking that Decomposers. Predators don't really want to pass when I know about the animals here. I could eat his animals with the fish or the birds, and it's a target for my imported nitrogen. So I take it. Archie is fine there, by the way. Nothing wrong with Archie, but I think just Preds is the more unique card. I already have like Adapted Lichen if I want to play a plant prod for 9. Subres, probably not good enough to be quite honest, so we just take those 2. And we draw, and I go ahead and sell my steel. I know I have the hired raiders, but he could sabotage me or something. It's just best practice to sell whenever you can. He takes Planner, that's reasonable enough, and then plays Protected Habitat. You son of a gun. The whole point of the Predators. And then he immediately blocks me on that. So that's annoying. And now he has Arctic Algae with Protected Habs and all this heat. If he was pushing heat I think I'd be dead, to be quite honest with you. But he's kind of using it for money, and so I think I have a chance. Shuttles is completely reasonable. Yeah, so remember I said I'll play a plant prod for 9? There we go. Go ahead and just start developing it. Then Underground City for 18 heat? See, that's such a mistake. Just take the heat prod, my dude. I hate this move so much. Alright, he puts it right there, so fine. But don't do that. Clear big asteroid for me. I don't want him using it on me. It's a good titanium dump. I have optimal arrow braking. Great card. Algae is interesting. Urbanized area is also interesting. And Simbi taunting me about the decomposers again. I think it's algae. If he's going to put down oceans to work with his Arctic algae, algae gives me some compensation for doing that. Pretty easy. Power plants, tropical resorts, just garbage of a card. It's too expensive. I kinda don't mind the power, but I also still have 2 power, so I think I'm okay. So I think you can just go big asteroid and algae here. But I take the power plant. That's fine too. I don't think it's wrong. Maybe it lets me fight builder. I doubt it though. Okay, quantum extractor, so that is a lot more power. Space station, again, using the heat. I'm going to keep stressing this. Look at how much heat he's used, and he only has 21 TR. Think about all the TR he could have if he'd been pushing the heat along here. Alright, something decomposers, taunting me. Earth office is nice. Go ahead and just take the money from him, or steal rather, because I have some steel targets. Probe. Okay, I'm glad he doesn't have anti-grav. So imagine if I passed him restricted. If I took restricted area and passed him anti-grav, I'd be hurting right now. So very glad of the order I chose. Speaking of, where even is the restricted area? I think this is another maybe questionable play for my opponent to have not gotten restricted area down. But maybe he's just got so many stacked cards that he doesn't have time to get it down yet. That's reasonable enough. Space elevator. Ooh. Don't mind if I do, quite honestly. Go ahead and sell the plant. At this point, 1 plant isn't doing that much, so with a good steel target in sight, I'd rather just sell the plant and have the steel for space elevator. Tech demo. Okay. I get it's super cheap and get new cards, but again, you don't need more card draw right now. You need to just keep getting the scoring here. So, too much card draw from my opponent's side. By the way, at the end of the game, they said, GG, your card draw was too strong. Buddy, you have a ton of card draw yourself here. Not to say AI Central and Dev Center was not a lot of card draw. It was. But look at all the science tags he's played and gotten the Olympus and Mars U drawing from. And I think you'll find we probably draw almost equal amount of cards over the course of the game here. But the difference is I've developed somewhat, and you have just been using your heat as money, which is, like, it's not ideal. Rover construction, okay, again, with heat, and I don't really want to do that without the steel, personally. But it does give them tempo on builder, which might be something he's worried about. I go ahead and play the big asteroid, though. I'm just going to go ahead and cash in on the optimal arrow braking value. Go ahead and get the heat prod myself. Go ahead and raise the heat. And then now I can play the space elevator and sell it. Go ahead and play the power plant, sure. So now I am threatening builder with that sequence of moves. And, okay, so there's my building tag, but you gotta take the Earth catapult with this amount of draw, I think. Okay, alright, we're saved. Take the physics complex, because he could make use of the physics complex, and the CEO's favorite project could synergize well with it as well. But this is my building tag to get builder here. And then Noctis farming comes back, and I'm a little puzzled by that. But I decide, you know what? With extreme cold fungus and imported nitrogen, I'm just gonna take the ants. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. And I don't take CEO's favorite project, mostly because I don't think I'm ever getting Physics Complex online. And I got a lot of expensive stuff to do with playing Physics, playing EarthCat, and playing all my stuff. So I think it's okay to skip it, but maybe something to consider a little bit more with Physics Complex. So yeah, we play the Physics and claim the milestone, forced. Then he plays Towing a Comet, so that's fantastic. Great card for him. Lets him convert. Yep. So as you can see, he's currently winning, and he's been using all his heat as money. If he'd been using it as heat, I think he'd be like really crushing me this game. Just sell off my minerals. I think now with 2 oceans being down, it's really close to getting algae, and the heat's getting close to bushes since I have the adaptation tech. So now I think the plant starts to become more valuable. He plays the microbes into carbonate. I'm not so sure about that one. And I certainly wouldn't pay the heat for it. Land claim solar power. Yeah, it's not so good. Viral enhancers, though. Hello. Hello. So we just pass, and then, oh, okay. That's a really nice Deimos down. I'm not convinced he's ever moving the heat, so I think you gotta take the Deimos down. He might take Noctis City, which is quite good, but is what it is. And then that means I get livestock back with Viral, which might be best, because I'm not sure about this Predators with him having protected habitats anymore. With these cards, I think Ore Processor is probably the worst one to give him. I take the breeding filters, though, as the hedge to get my anti-grav online. I think that's reasonable, but I think Ore Processor was probably what I should have picked there. Anyway, Noctis City comes back, so I'll happily take Noctis City. Great place to just surround around here. I think Open City isn't necessary. I think it'll come on at the very end of the game. He plays the IO Mining Industries. Guys, don't play IO Mining Industries when you have 22 income a generation. I mean, I get he has the heat as well, but it's not worth it. You got too many cards in hand. It's slowing you down. And it gives me a mega credit as well. So, yeah, thanks, buddy. Then he plays the Corporate Stronghold. Alright, that's a reasonable-ish spot to put it, but why? Is it just to get some play at Mirror? I can't imagine that's worth it. I get kelp farming. Okay, adaptation tech about to pop off. I can feel it. Adventures Guild. Okay, so that is the science tag, which is why I think I shouldn't have passed the Ore Processor, but it's fine. More card draw is always welcome when you got -4 to all cards. We go in Earth Office into EarthCat. You love to see it. Go ahead and get more card draw down. Imported GHG, absolutely. We're gonna have it be basically just +6 heat with the imported GHG with the optimal error breaking. Viral enhancers turns on the anti-grav. I play that to get the heat. Heat's starting to finally move. Go ahead and get the titanium mine down because I got plenty of titanium targets. Alright, GHG actually would be quite good with extreme cold fungus and imported nitrogen, but Callisto could be a little scary, but not really. Like, so what? I dare him to play the Callisto, but I take it anyway. I think that's a mistake in retrospect. I think the GHG was better, but Mining Rights is quite nice. Go ahead and pick that up. And then the GHG comes back anyway. I don't understand how that happened when he has both Mars U and Olympus Conference, but I welcome it. But yeah, I think Callisto over GHG was a mistake. And I take mining rights in GHG. The plan here is I can use the mining rights to get right next to Noctis, just convert all around it, and then play Noctis at the end of the game. Then he plays Giant Ice Asteroid. Well, rip my plants. Then he gets a wonderful 8 plants and then gets a conversion, so must be nice. Again, think about how much he'd be crushing me. I think I would just be dead, dead, dead if he'd used the heat as heat. Alright, so I have Ganymede Colony. That kind of cements it as he doesn't really have a Jove out anymore. And it's not bad for me, to be quite honest. Mine is cute, but I don't think it's really going to pay off in Gen 10. He finally plays the restricted area. That's too late for card draw with your economy, in my opinion. And then he gets the conversion right there, so it's nice. He puts it next to Noctis City, which I guess makes sense. He knows that he passed Noctis City, but I personally would have just done the south to get the rebates in his shoes. And I play the Extreme Cold Fungus because I want to play the GHG bacteria. And he funds Landlord. Okay, this is a huge mistake. Absolutely huge. You only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're only up 6 tiles, buddy. I already played Viral Enhancers. You know I have this card. You should be able to deduce I have some other things going on here. You passed me the mining rights. You know I have another tile I'm plopping down. You passed me the Noctis City. I have 3 card draw. You have no plant prod. Landlord is ludicrous here. So don't do that fund, ever. So we go ahead and play the GHG and just start using it to raise heat. He draws a card. I play the bushes. I play the kelp farming because of the nice adaptation tech. I play the algae. So, yeah, how's that landlord fund looking for you right about now? Go ahead and get shuttles down. And next turn is going to be a really fun turn. Mining area 2. Even more landlord ammunition here. Then Eco Zone? Dude! I have viral enhancers! And obligatory decomposers. Oh, gosh. Decomposers, what could have been? Natural Preserve, another landlord tile? Sure. Sure, I got adaptation tech. I can play it. Advanced Alloys, that's a good card for you. Then Asteroid Mining, okay. Do not do this, guys. Gen 11 is too late to start playing for Joves here. Go ahead and plop down the Natural Preserve. There's no way he can kill my plants, is my read on it. Then go ahead and play down the Immigrant City. Just reserve more space. I'm just going to be a bully when it comes to landlord right now. Industrial Center. Okay, that's really annoying, to be quite honest. I should have maybe played around better of Immigrant City and then convert, but maybe I was too greedy and overconfident. Red Lab's nice. That's a good 6 prod for him. Mostly paid with steel, so that's a great play. I go ahead and just draw a card. Food Factory, wonderful. Go ahead and play the mining area. Even more steel for me. Nitro Moss. Okay, Nitro Moss is coming on too late, dude. It's Gen 11. Like, it ain't happening. Artificial Lake, not bad. Acquired Company is kind of bad. Just sell off my Electrocat. He plays the pets, again, using his heat, and, yeah, it's too late. The Marine's Resort's funny, but, I mean, it's just 2 production for you and 2 points. Like, not good enough. Virus, if he didn't have protected habs, it'd be quite good. But he does. Convoy from Europa, yeah, we'll take that. We got a nice way to start playing all these space events here. And a media group, yes! Oh, this is so good. Alright, it's time for a Wombo Combo. So media group, go ahead and take the land claim so he can't place his greenery there. Permafrost gets me an ocean down. Yeah, it gets him some stuff, but whatever. Convoy from Europa, which I can now play to get even more cash back. I don't quite know why I did it there. Oh, it's because I want an eco zone there. That's why. I get protected value from the draw, fine. Extreme Cold Fungus gets me the GHG, and then I raise up the temperature with the GHG. Now I can Deimos down, almost all titanium, which now raises the temperature up there. With the optimal aero braking, I now get to raise heat, and get down another ocean, letting me do the Ecozone for 6 cash back, stealing it from him. Ecozone goes down there, Viral Enhancers, gets me all those points. And then I go ahead and convert on another card. I get Asteroid, better lucky than good. I'll just play that right away. Boom. And then I get to, I get Mangrove, which now with optimal, no, I didn't play. I do the Mangrove first, next to my Noctis City, because of my adaptation tech. Sorry, I got too excited there. And I'd start converting around Noctis City. So much for that mining rights plan, by the way. But we'll get it played. Now I can play Lake Marineris. Get all those oceans down. Again, nasty, he got full Arctic algae value, but still got plenty to go. Alright, Lightning Harvest drawn. That's not a bad card. Mining rights, absolutely. Just slap that down there so I get access to these ocean rebates as well. And more titanium. Acquired company, sure, why not? I'll play it for any potential banker shenanigans if I need to consider that. How's that landlord looking, by the way? Yeah. Lightning Harvest? Yeah, sure. Fun banker, I dare ya. Asteroid? Yeah, why not? Go ahead and get this in. Gets me heat, which means now I can raise heat again. Oh man, and what's this? I have perfect heat coming in again to get the next +8. Like, oh, it feels so good. Heather makes perfect sense with Deco and Eco. Lava flows ain't happening, so easy greenhouses. Guess Magfield is the one that gives the most points. Just keep the bio cards. Raise heat, convert greenery. Yeah. So that whole sequence, absolutely game-winningly brutal. Look at all the TR I took. I went from like -8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got like 17 TR. Someone can count that and figure out the number. But I got like a 17 TR sequence on my opponent. Like, you don't come back from a Wombo Combo of 17 TR. And that just goes to show you just how insane optimal aero braking and meteor group can be when paired with global discounts as well. Just, you can play forever. So he plays Capital. That's quite a good Capital, to be quite honest. And I think I passed him an urbanized area, so I might be seeing an urbanized area here too. But I don't really care if he does urbanized area there. I go ahead and sabotage him, just take away some of his money. Yes, I know his titanium is alloyed, so it could be worth more, but my bet is that he probably doesn't have that many uses for the titanium. I'd rather just hit the more useful money here. Soletta and Strip Mine. Strip Mine to end, not the craziest line here. He plays the Mass Converter, so it's quite good, just too late. If it was earlier, it'd be better. Go ahead and play these ants, because gosh darn it, I bought them. I'm going to use them. And I get Advanced Ecosystems. Okay, last time. Oh, the decomposers. Why? Yeah, so Lagrange, even more card draw. Like I said, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say I think he had as much card draw as I did with all these Mars U and Olympus cycles. And then Toll Station. Yeah, it looks like he's looking at funding Banker, but you do you, man. Worms, too? Dude, the worms? Sick worms value. How can you say no to worms value that sick? I can't. I'm buying worms in that situation. And I go ahead and do the ECF on the ants, because now I can use the GHG bacteria and then eat the ants from that, and then I can play the imported nitrogen on the ants to make it a 3-point card. That's pretty good. He plays Methane. Again, it's nice to be Saturn because they just keep giving you all these gifts. Methane's so bad here. It's so expensive and doesn't do it nearly enough. I go and play the Predators as well, just to go on the imported nitrogen. Because why not? The Satellites value, though, plus 10. That's pretty nice. So he should definitely fund Banker now. But he plays imported advanced GHG. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Sponsors. Yeah, not good enough. Again, like I don't know. I don't know why he's playing some of those cards. I go ahead and just keep converting around Noctis City, though. Alright. I'm not going to keep ragging on his plays here. Their plays. No matter what he does, he's lost anyway at this stage of the game. So might as well have some fun with it. So Protected Valley is better than SP Greenery because it is a ecological zone point. Play the virus just to get the money back and get a plant from it. Advanced ecosystems, quite nice. It's another conversion. And now I play greenhouses, so I kind of stopped caring at this point. Clear inaccuracy. Obviously, I should play Noctis City first and then the greenhouses. So, yeah, inaccuracy. Yeah, like, so sloppy. I go ahead and fund the minor award because I'm winning minor. Why not? Then I sell off to play the sickest worms of all time. 3 production. Love it. And solar power just for the point. And I just convert around my cities. Well, I do it up there for the titanium to make sure that I'm winning minor. I know I am anyway, but might as well be safe. So 50-point win, so obviously not even close. Small mistake, I had planned out that I could use the predators to eat the ecological zone, and I should have done that. And likewise, my ants was supposed to eat my GHG bacteria, and I forgot that too, so it really should have been a 52-point win. But I got sloppy and lazy because, I mean, I'm winning by 50 points. Not much point in continuing to calculate. But still 2 more mistakes. So what can we learn from that? Don't skip decomposers. Stupid. Definitely my biggest mistake of the game. And then if you're playing Helion, please do not force engine and just use the heat as money. Please raise the heat. It is much better 99% of the time. And finally, discounts and rebates are really good. And so obviously be very, very aware of that possibility of suddenly 17 TR just dropping from your opponent. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you guys next time.